Right now at 11, danger and deja vu. As street racers once again take over.
To me, it's a situation that warrants police action.
Why Portland police say they're not able to stop it. Also tonight, accused of tampering with evidence to protect her husband. An administrator who's worked for the Portland Police Bureau for decades goes before a judge. What prosecutors say she tried to cover up. But first.
Well, I'm really upset. I drove especially to have something to eat and they closed.
From a chain famous for more than food to a 30-year establishment that piled on the pastrami as more restaurants around the region now shut their doors for good. And we begin tonight with the national restaurant chain saying see ya to most of Oregon. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. Today, Cracker Barrel, the roadside chain known as much for its country store as its chicken fried steak, abruptly shut down 3 out of its 4 Oregon locations, 2 of those in the Portland metro area. Catherine Cook caught up with customers and now former workers, all who were caught off guard.
Outside Cracker Barrel in Tualatin, the signs took customers by surprise Monday.
They closed. There's a sign on the door. So that's sad.
Peggy Irvine didn't know what to make of the sudden closure. Neither did Jordan Nursky, who worked here.
We didn't really knew anything was happening. And then just out of the blue this morning, just got a phone call. And I'm like, yeah, well, we got a team meeting.
At the Cracker Barrel in Beaverton.
I'm really upset. I drove especially to have something to eat and they closed.
Another surprise closure.
When you're raised in the South and there's no good Southern cooking around here, I didn't know if the Yankees could support good Southern cooking, and apparently not.
Cracker Barrel shared a statement with us. It read in part, "We are saddened that we have been unable to overcome the impact the pandemic had on our business and have made the difficult decision to close the Beaverton, Tualatin, and Bend locations. The decision to close a store is never one we take lightly, and our focus right now is in assisting our impacted employees during this transition."
I thought that places here that made it through the pandemic would still make it through, and Cracker Barrel's pretty popular, so that was surprising.
Back in 2017, about 100 people lined up for the Cracker Barrel's grand opening in Tualatin, the chain's first on the West Coast. Irvine remembers it stayed busy for years.
Tons of people. You couldn't get in for like an hour and a half wait.
But times have changed. Last August, Cracker Barrel closed its Jansen Beach location. At the time, employees told us it was due to security issues.
There's a lot of theft, people on drugs.
And restaurants in general have struggled.
It's a tough industry, big time.
Rachel Martin works at a restaurant near Cracker Barrel. She's sad for those who've lost jobs and customers who've lost part of their normal.
It was sad to see them pulling up, getting out of their walkers and walking up to the door, and then, So I've just been watching that all day from next door, and I'm just like, oh, sad.
There is still one Cracker Barrel left in Oregon. It's in Medford, and corporate tells us it's staying open. Now, besides the 3 closures in Oregon, Cracker Barrel also has closed a restaurant in St. Louis today, and the chain has more than 660 locations across 45 states. David.
A lot of stories, a lot of memories in a lot of places. Thank you, Catherine. You know what, speaking of memories, tonight we are learning that a Rose City institution on Northwest 23rd will also soon close its doors. In a Facebook post, Cornblatt's announced it will be closing at the end of March. The New York-style deli had been serving everything from hot pastrami to matzo ball soup for more than 30 years, the Oregonian calling it Portland's oldest deli of its kind. We have reached out to the owners, but no word yet as to why they are closing. Well, new tonight, Portland police are pointing to low staffing among other challenges to explain why they could not stop or even respond to yet another street racing takeover. Portland police say calls started coming in around 11 Saturday night, reporting hundreds of people gathering outside the Lloyd Center. We should mention in this case, there is no indication anybody was injured. So in a lengthy statement to KGW, Portland police say because of the sheer number of people and vehicles involved, they would need a large coordinated response to break it up. They add, even with the offer of overtime, they were short 3 officers in that precinct Saturday night, with officers who were on duty responding to a stabbing, a death investigation, and a domestic violence case, just to name a few. Their neighbors say they want to see more enforcement.
I just get so angry at the situation. What happens? I just go get a slow boil.
Portland police also said people at the events are, quote, unfriendly toward law enforcement and often armed. They added new laws like restrictions on using tear gas make crowd control even more difficult. And speaking of Portland police, a longtime employee who is not a sworn officer appeared in court today accused of interfering with a homicide investigation focused on her husband. Our Mike Benner explains.
It's not often you see in court what we did Monday morning. A 28-year veteran of the Portland Police Bureau answering to some serious charges. This is 53-year-old Karen Chire, an administrative supervisor assigned to the Bureau's East Precinct. Chire pleaded not guilty to hindering prosecution, tampering with evidence, and official misconduct charges. It's all tied to the April 2021 death of Jack Decker, whose body was found near Southwest Morrison and 20th. That's right outside Providence Park. Authorities aren't saying much about Decker's death, only that he died of homicidal violence and that Chire's husband, Bruce, is to blame. The 38-year-old was also in court Monday, pleading not guilty to manslaughter and assault charges.
It is manslaughter in the first degree and assault in the second degree. Very significant charges. We do believe because of those charges he is a flight risk, and that is why we're asking for security of $200,000.
The judge ultimately set bail at $150,000, though no such thing was necessary for Karen Chire, who was out of police custody and wiping away tears as she walked out of the courtroom. The weight of it all clearly taking a toll.
It's worth mentioning Karen Chire has been on administrative leave since April 2021. As far as what Portland Police Chief Chuck Lavelle thinks about all of this, he released a statement saying that police personnel are held to a high standard, and anytime an employee is alleged to have acted improperly, a thorough and complete investigation must be conducted, and that was done in this case. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
To get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now, Vancouver police are looking for a mother and daughter who've been missing now for more than a week, and they say they believe there is a criminal element. 27-year-old Michelle Melendez and her 8-year-old daughter Layla Stewart were last seen on March 12th on Vancouver Mall Drive. According to probable cause documents, Michelle's boyfriend Kirkland Warren was arrested Sunday, but at this point it is unclear if that is connected to their disappearance. The Oregon Health Authority is launching an investigation into Legacy Medical's Mount Hood Birth Center. As we've been reporting, Legacy said it planned to shut the center down as of Friday, even if it did not receive the okay from the state. Now, OHA says it's looking into reports maternity patients are now being redirected to Randall Children's Hospital. The hospital could face penalties, including a suspension of their license. And Oregon could soon join 48 other states in allowing people to legally pump their own gas. A bill passed the House today 47-10. The proposal would not eliminate gas station attendance, but instead would give drivers a choice. Advocates of keeping the ban in place have argued it helps provide jobs, though some gas station owners say they don't have enough staff. That bill now heads to the Senate.